Hey everybody, my name's Mike Olszewski, and I write the Boom column for Northeast Ohio Boomer and Beyond magazine. I hope you got the new issue. Here's what it looks like. Michael Stanley on the cover. You know what he looks like. You know, my wife Janice and I have some very good friends, and we get together with them every few weeks, and they think it's entertaining to see me go off and rant about any number of things. They usually have to fill me up with food and drink first, but hey, you get it for free, okay? Now, you'll also notice that, yeah, I do use notes, and there's a reason for that. I got a lot on my mind, so bear with me, okay? Now, look at this cover, okay? This is a great magazine. It's at the right price, you got to admit. Michael Stanley, a good guy, really exceptional talent, and we're so lucky to have him around here. You know, Brianna Mona did the article. She did a really good job on it, too. Michael is one of those rare artists that actually gets better with every album. If you haven't heard him lately, you really should pick up his latest CD. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, the hits were great, and he had plenty of them, trust me. But check out the new stuff. It's very insightful, and, you know, I think you tend to think about your own situation as you go along with the music. So pick it up. New CDs are great. Marie Eliam, she's the editor, and she has some interesting observations about Michael as well. You know what? I've known him for a while. This guy is so self-effacing. He's like, hey, I'm enjoying life, so should you. So, you know, just keep it up, pal. Keep it up. Now, check out the article about the Superman exhibit as well. That's at the Cleveland Public Library. It's free, and there's something for everybody to see. It's really magnificent. Superman was created by two Cleveland guys. Their names are Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. And plus, along with the exhibit and a lot of rare memorabilia, you get a look at the Superman statue that's coming up, too. Yeah, I always thought the Man of Steel may be from the Rust Belt, but he's doing better than ever. You know, there's another article that caught my eye. Paris Wolf did it. It's really kind of one of those important articles you really should read. When do you decide that your parents can't drive anymore? You know, we're all going to face that at some point if you haven't already. It's a serious topic, and, you know, there's some real good common sense advice there. Let me just point this out. My wife hates the way I drive. I'm not crazy about the way she zips around either, but, hey, it's easier to let her drive, you know, everywhere. That's the way it's always been, and when she drives, I get frustrated. When I drive, she gets car sick. So you got to pick your battles, all right? You know, we were looking for a car a few years ago, and the guy at the dealership said, you know, what kind of options did you want? I said, here's what I want. I want a driver's ed car with a brake over there so my wife is in control. Seriously, though, you know, look at your parents, because if they can't work a TV remote, it's probably a good idea not to let them drive a car, okay? Hey, my article, this issue, is about part-time jobs. And let's be honest, for a lot of people these days, their whole career is a string of part-time jobs, okay? We're going to be at the point where the good old days were when you had one job that you hated. Now you're going to have 4 or 5 jobs that you hate. Just the way it is, okay? There's a lot of information about stuff to do this summer as well in this issue. We do a lot of pop culture conventions, you know, my wife and I, and let me make this clear right from the start. You know, I have no financial interest in any of these, neither one of us, Janice or I. We stand in line for tickets like everybody else. But there are some good ones, and there's some family-friendly events, too. There's one in Columbus that we love called Cinevent, okay? It happens over the Memorial Day weekend, and these are for the movie buffs, whether they're little kids or they go all the way back to silent films. Terrific convention, and I'll tell you what, there's plenty of movie history there. They got a lot of vendors. And on top of that, Maury Everett, the guy that owns the Last Moving Picture Company in Chesterland, has the world's largest collection of movie posters. And he puts them out there, and they have this huge Hollywood poster auction. Stuff's all on display. It really is an amazing walk through movie history. Go to cinevent.com. Okay? Hey, there's another show in June. It's the 23rd through the 25th of June. It's in Mars, Pennsylvania. That's just outside of Pittsburgh. But I swear, so many people show up at this show. It's called Monster Bash, that you would think that it's a Cleveland suburb there. The promoter's name is Ron Adams. Does he ever do a great job? Listen to this guest list. I'll just name a couple of people. Rico Browning played the creature from the Black Lagoon. Okay, he's the last of the Universal monsters. He's there, get an autograph, get a picture, get all kinds of great stories from him. Remember Larry Storch? Larry Storch was on F Troop. He was the guy who used to take off his hat and hit people with it. Hey, you pay him enough money, he'll hit you with that hat too. Get a picture with that. Then there's Gary Conway. He was with the Time Tunnel TV series, legendary TV series. Great show, and there's a lot of other guests beyond that. So go to the web. You go to monsterbash.us. Now, talking about pop culture and TV and B movies and stuff like this, you might want to check out the Video Beat website. It's called Video Beat. Now, they come out with new stuff every month, and it's cool stuff, too. I'm talking about hippies and beatniks and surfers and juvenile delinquents and bikers and all the stuff you wanted to see, but your parents wouldn't let you go to those kind of theaters, okay? Videobeat.com. I read, and I read a lot, okay? I stumbled across a publisher called McFarland Books, just like Spanky McFarland, McFarland Books. Now, these books are not cheap, but you hang on to them. They're that good, real quality books. Listen to some of the new titles just this month. Fascist Lizards from Outer Space. Now and Then We Time Travel. And The Hippies, A 60s History. And that's just a few of the titles I have this month. You know, this is stuff I want to read. Now, here's something else I want to read. Northeast Ohio, Boomer, and Beyond. You should too. Check it out. I'll talk to you next time.